Hi, it's Lori from Coast to Coast Craft Girls coming to you from the West Coast. Today I wanted to share a card. I've seen a bunch of this style of card recently and I thought I'd try my hand at one. So it's, I haven't done the inside yet, but it's just meant to look sort of like a fence. And I backed mine with a piece of printed vellum this is from the Say It With Flowers collection. And then just put some pretty flowers on the front, and I love how it came out. And I'm going to try, I'm going to show you how to make it, and then I'm going to try a couple of different ways of decorating. One more similar to this and one just a little bit different. So let's get started. The first thing you need is, my finished card is 5 by 7. So you need a card that's 7 inches, or a piece of white cardstock, 7 inches high, 5 3/4 inches long, and then score at 5 inches. So you've got a 3/4 inch tab. Then you need I actually doubled mine. So these are 2 pieces of cardstock. So there's 8 and then 1 here. So it's 9. So I cut 9 strips that are 7 by 3/4 inches. And then I glued 2 back to back to make 4. And then I glued 1 on here. And that gives you a little bit more strength on your front to mount your cards to, or your flowers to. And I liked that. Then to create the pickets at the top, I marked the center. Since these are 3/4 inches wide, the center is 3/8, and I marked down 3/4 of an inch and just kind of drew a little pencil line. And what you want to do is trim from that top center line down to the 3/4 inch line. And on this one, just cut that piece away. And on all the rest of them, you're just going to trim from that middle point down to the 3/4 inch line, just like that. And that creates your little angled or your spiky pickets for your picket fence. Now you've got the basics of your card. Then I took 2 strips that are 3/4 inches wide by just under 5 inches long. And I actually did those twice as well and glued them together. So there's 4 glued together. Then you're going to glue these on just kind of across the back. And that's going to give you something to mount your pickets to. And what I did is I just kind of used my glass mat to kind of line it up. And then just sort of put them even with this edge and somewhat in thirds. It doesn't have to be perfect. And then put some glue over here. And now I messed them up. So let's line those up again. It's about like that. And then close that down and hold it till the glue catches. Then you're going to take this one and put on the end. And it's easier to do the edges than the middle, and then kind of work your way in just to get it right. I mean, you could measure, and you just want to line it up bottom and side. Just like that. Then use your glass mat to measure that middle one. Sorry about that, my dogs are going crazy. So you get the middle one And then you can do the ones on each side. And you can just kind of center them up. And they don't have to be perfect because they're not going to show that much anyway. But okay. And now I'm going to go ahead and put my vellum on the back. And I got a piece of vellum, printed vellum from the Hummingbird collection because I thought that worked well with my flowers. And I'm just going to use, you could use red liner tape or whatever, but I'm just going to use my tape pen. And my vellum is 5x7. And then I'm just going to put a little bit of wet glue on there as well. And I only glued mine on the one Picket and just left the rest of it loose. I kind of liked that look. You could glue it to each one if you really wanted to, but I don't think it's necessary. And the main thing is to line up the edges, the top and the side. And just close that and give it a really good rub down. And then you've got your, essentially your card front. And now it's just time to decorate. Now on this one, I did some, I stamped and alcohol colored some lilies, I guess they are. And I used this stamp set. I think it's called, I actually think it's called Hello Lovely, is the Crafter's Companion stamp set. And I just stamped 2 of everything, essentially. Colored them in. I don't know how many I'm going to need, so that's what I did. And then you're just going to arrange them on, and you could tuck them in inside or underneath or whatever you want to do. But I think I'm going to do it. And I would just arrange the flowers first before you start gluing anything down. And then when you glue, just make sure you only get glue on the pickets. I think I'll do just about that, like that, and then I'll tuck the leaves in. And then I've got a little sentiment there, and I think I'm going to use some 3D glue gel with this one. And really, that's it. So this is a little bit different style. This one I used die-cut flowers, and this one I used drawn flowers. So they look a little bit different. And I've got another one that I'm going to do with some other die-cut flowers. We'll just see what we like. And I've just got these were left over from a different project, if you were watching my wreath card. And then I cut just a bunch of foliage. So Yeah, I'm glad I used 3D glue gel so I can move them around a little bit. There. I think that looks pretty good. So slightly different style and different color scheme. So my original one, then one that I used with some other different florals or die cut flowers, and then one that I made with some inked flowers. Really happy with all three of those. Anyway, very easy to make, but they look very nice. I'm really pleased with them. I think they look really pretty. Like the little picket fence style. Anyway, hope you enjoyed that.